Tonight is Daiquiri night here on Tuesday Night Cocktail Club. Tonight we're making a tiki version of a daiquiri. This is a cocktail of the Royal Bermuda Yacht Club, and so this is a great drink. You got to try this one. This is the version we're making in 26. Stay tuned. This is Tuesday Night Cocktail Club, where we bring you the best of the pro bar to your home bar. So this is the daiquiri, the house daiquiri of the Royal Bermuda Yacht Club. This is a club that dates back to 1844 on the island of Bermuda. It was founded by British naval officers and local yachtsmen. So it's a fancy club, and they had their own house daiquiri. This is the daiquiri that we're making tonight. And it's more like a tiki one. So even though it was invented in Bermuda, it was adopted by the Trader Vic's franchise, and they claimed it as a tiki cocktail. It does have velvet falernum, so it does have that sort of Caribbean spice to it, and so it's a great version. It really does add an extra element to the drink. It's not just a straight ahead daiquiri. Daiquiri to me is the mother of cocktails. I love that cocktail. But adding a little spice to it makes it a little more interesting. And so that's what we're making tonight. I'm going to mix it up here for you. So I have, it has lime in it. So we do make it here in the tin. And so it starts with a rum. You could use a dark rum. I'm using a light Plantaray. It used to be Plantation, but Plantaray rum. Sometimes I split it too between a light and a dark. I think the beauty of the rums is with a cocktail like this with a lot of lime and other flavors in it, you really can mix it up. It's probably a little more richer and deeper with the darker rum, but I'm going with the light one. And so it's 2 ounces of the rum. And then it's 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. I do, freshly squeeze my limes, and here's my proof. And then I always balance. So I always find you got to balance the citrus with sweeteners. I think in the original daiquiri, it's an equal amount of simple syrup, but here we're using velvet falernum. And of course, velvet falernum is a Barbados, I don't know if you call it a liqueur, but it's definitely a modifier. There's a lot of theories about the name falernum. There's a theory about how people in the local patois would say you have to learn them, the recipe. And so falernum comes from that Badinization of the phrase, you have to learn them. But it mixes in ginger and clove and allspice and those kind of flavors with a little lime. It is very mild. You can make your own, mixing those all together. It's closer to simple syrup than anything else, but it does have a very mild flavor, especially the velvet falernum, which is the most famous brand. But then to even out the sweeteners, I've got 1/4 of an ounce of orange liqueur. I've got 3 cubes of ice, and so we're going to mix it up here, right here. And now I'm going to pour it out. The lighter rum I've used gives it a lighter color. Then I add a lime wheel. Anyways, let me taste it here. It is a great combo of that little bit of spice from the falernum, and then you've got the lime sour flavors balancing off with the rum, and the orange also gives it a little complexity. It's really a delicious drink. I prefer it. Do I prefer it? I don't know. This summer I'm preferring it to the plain and regular daiquiri. In the past I've made a Hemingway daiquiri. I'll put a link in to the previous daiquiri I made here. And so this is a delicious drink. I think in a lot of ways the daiquiri is the definitive drink of a bartender. Julia Child used to say you can judge a chef by the roasted chicken they make. I don't know. I think you can judge a bartender by the quality of their daiquiri. It's got to have the right amount of sour. It's got to have the right amount of sweetness, and it really has to be the right coldness. And it's really a delicious drink. I encourage you to make this one in 2026. All you need is the Falernum. And, if you don't have the Falernum, you can just make your own. Make a simple syrup, and then add a tiny bit of almond extract to it, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of lime, and maybe some allspice dram, all just in little dashes. And you've got basically a version of Falernum. That's Tuesday Night Cocktail Club. Boy, we're going to be on hiatus for a while in August because I'm busy doing other things. And so I look forward to seeing you back at the end of August or early September. And everybody have a great rest of your summer and have this drink. And leave comments, leave me a like, subscribe, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, lay it on me. Try this drink. This is a Royal Bermuda Yacht Club. Try it.